Hey y'all, it's me, CheesyPaninie, and today I am going to give you a progress report on my Vtuber model. I know it's been like a good month since my last progress report, and yeah, I did say that I was gonna do it every week, but the thing is, with work and everything in between, I just don't have as much time as I thought I did. So yeah, there you go. So a month ago, the last thing that you guys saw was this very nice looking face, and I've actually made like a small bit of hair over there, and I was playing around with adding glasses, and I don't know what the heck this is supposed to be, but yeah, basically I was working with the hair, and at some point I decided that I've had Cheesy in this outfit for a while now with just a few modifications, and I thought, since we're making a brand new model, might as well make it feel more fresh by giving Cheesy a brand new makeover. And the thing about this makeover is it's gonna be a lot more drastic than my previous model, so I don't actually know how people would receive it. So yeah, but this new direction that I'm going with is let's just say it's a lot more dear to my heart, because I feel like it represents me a lot more accurately than my current one, my current design. So yeah, I'll show you exactly what I mean by that. First off, let's start with her hair. Yes, I know that's a very drastic change, and yes, I understand that it is not as girly or as feminine as my current avatar, but I just want a little bit of a change, and also because this hair is a kind of hairstyle that I've had multiple times throughout my life, and it's just a very comfy looking and very clean looking hairstyle. And yeah, I've always wanted to give Cheesy like a bit of a masculine look, because that's usually how I portray myself. I like kind of switching back and forth to the masculine or a feminine style. For the top, we've got these very bulky sleeves, and they're a lot bulkier than the previous one, and I'm gonna tell you why I've decided to go with this style. It's because this is actually inspired by the mestiza traditional costume of the Philippines, and I thought it would be kind of nice to have a little bit of my culture presented in my model, and I kind of like the silhouette of this pointing upwards and this pointing downwards, kind of like that, like kind of making a diamond shape like that. Yeah, and then kind of just added like a choker like collar with a little bit of a piece of jewelry over there. I'm not quite sure exactly how this is supposed to look, but yeah, basically that's the concept that I went with. And then we've got kind of like a corset type of thing, which kind of ties together in this one side, but I'm not actually quite sure how I'm gonna do this yet. But basically it's gonna be like a skirt, a flowy skirt, and showing the leg. Yeah, and then we've got the gloves. I really like giving Cheesy fingerless gloves, so we're gonna keep that with a little bit of a flare over there, like a yeah, whatever you call this. And then we've got leggings. Okay, we've got leggings or stockings. I'm not actually sure if I'm gonna keep it or not. It's just there for now. And then we've got, actually this one, they initially started out as boots, and then I kind of saw it how it looked like without the cover, and I think it's kind of like an interesting idea. It's not something that I've done before, so I'm playing around with it. It's not a final look, and yeah, a lot of things may still change, but basically this is how I would like to portray her. As for the colors, I really want to keep Cheesy's signature colors, but I'm also playing around with the idea of applying the colors in different ways. But I also like the idea that one costume comes in different forms. Like, for example, this is the costume, and it's gonna have different designs but the same silhouette. You got what I'm saying? It's kind of like the easiest costume change. And yeah, I really like the idea of doing that. And perhaps maybe we could have a version of this without the skirt and with pants instead. That would be a really interesting idea, you know? Yeah, little changes here and there, and I'd have multiple costumes with just one drawing kind of thing, you know? Yeah, that's the idea. Now that you've seen my vision, let's see how the model's going. Okay, so I copy pasted the face over on top of it, and I decided to just start from scratch with the face and trace it because I don't know, I just really like this face a lot more than this face. I mean, it's cute and all, you know, but I've been looking at this face over and over while I designed clothes for Cheesy, and I don't know, I just fell in love with this face, and I'm like, okay, we're keeping this face. So yeah, it's a lot rounder than my previous. Actually, no, the previous face was also just as round, but it's a little more, I don't know, it's more shapely. I can't explain it. I guess it feels rounder somehow, you know. Anyways, kind of just added some color over here and then slowly defined it. I did it in layers, so I wouldn't have to worry about cutting and stuff later on. I'm actually pretty proud of how I did that hair part, and then I kind of defined it even more, and now it kind of looks like this. It's very, very detailed, and it actually took me a while to draw the whole thing, you know? And I'm actually very proud of how I did the side shave thing over here and how I did the eyebrows. I've never drawn eyebrows like this before. Like, it's kind of dithering and a bit of a gradient, so it's kind of giving you that bushy look, but it's still looking very neat. So yeah, I'm really proud of that. And how I did the eyes, I like how the eyes turned out. Anyways, so I figured since we're doing kind of like I have to tilt the head to the sides and stuff. I decided to kind of bring the head shape to live 2D and see how it's going to look when it's been animated and stuff, and it really looks bad when it's you know, stretched out like that. And so I decided to draw a 3/4 angle so that I could just make her face blend into a new shape so that the distortion isn't so severe. So I made this and tried it out in the live 2D. And it's actually not so bad, you know. I could work out how to do the keyframes in a way that it's just more smoother, but the problem was this would mean I would have to draw every angle from every side, and I might have to do the same thing with the hair. And so you see where I'm going, right? This is gonna be a very, very heavy project, and I do not really have time to dedicate to do all that work, and I do not have the money to make someone else do the work, you know. So what happened was I tried figuring out a way to cut up the head, the face, into several parts. The idea was I would move it in a certain way where certain parts are seen, certain parts aren't, without having to distort it. I forgot the term that they use for this, but yeah, basically that was the idea, but I couldn't figure out how to do it. It's just very complicated. I've never done live 2D before, so this thing that I'm doing, I realized was way too ambitious. And sure, it's probably still possible to do pixel art in live 2D, except like I said, this distortion, it really bothers me, and I don't like how it looks. As much as I wanted Cheesy to continue to be in pixel art, I had to change the direction and the style of my VTuber model. And yes, it's another big change to my style. And yeah, I am also very, very worried about how people would receive this new change. But you know what? It's me. You know, it's me. It's a lot more faithful to what I'm comfortable with doing. And I just, you know, I really had to be honest with myself that it's just pixel art, as gorgeous as it is, as amazing as it looks. It's just very... It tends to be very stressful when you draw it in the scale that I've been drawing it. Especially when I'm trying a little bit too hard to make the pixels curve the right way, have the shape look perfect and stuff. It's just, I know you don't really need to. It's just, I have a tendency to make it as perfect as I can because that's just how I draw. And unfortunately, with pixel art, it's very stressful. And while I do enjoy it, you know, I do enjoy it. It's just not, it's not practical to keep going with pixel art in this type of project. So now I'm going to show you guys what Cheesy looks like now. Okay, I'm going to lead you into it. So I used the drawing that I did in pixel art and just traced over it because I'm already very happy with the way this face came out. And eventually I got this. And I also traced over the body that I've been using, and I kind of just modified it a little so that the feet are a little farther apart and the arms are a little more open. Then I started doing some shading. These eyes, if you recall from the previous video, I just copied the old eyes that I made in Krita and added it here because I really love these eyes. One of the best things about this change is it's not gonna go to waste. And I started doing a little bit of this lighting thing that I keep forgetting the term that they use. Fill light? Is that the right term? Anyways, I've never done anything like that before and I'm doing it now. Okay, so trial number 4 is okay, I thought I did it step by step, but I guess not. I stayed at file number 4 and never got out of it. Yeah, so basically this is what it looks like fully rendered. And yes, I know it's black and white. Intentionally did it black and white, but that doesn't mean that Cheesy is going to be in black and white. I'm thinking if there's ever a game that I am going to play in black and white, this might actually be a good idea, you know? The reason why I did it in black and white is because I don't want to think about colors. I just want to make something really quickly. And then once I've had the base, I would rig it in live 2D and it will be a lot easier for me to do some changes to her. So yeah, that's my thought process on that. And yes, I've also done the body. Yes, I've given Cheesy abs. Yeah, I don't care. I know she's a lot more masculine and muscular than a typical YouTuber, but whatever. I wanted abs. Yeah, there you go. We've got Cheesy abs. And I've also added ears. So the idea with ears, I'm actually not sure if the size is correct. I don't know if I needed to make it smaller or if this is the correct size. I have to double check. But anyways, I drew a front-facing one and then I'm going to draw another one that's seen from the side. So it kind of blends into a new form when it moves sideways and stuff. It's a lot more detailed than the usual and also more detailed than my previous models. I know there's not much to really show this time around, but I'm really proud of how it looks. I hope that despite this not being in pixel art, despite the biggest changes in Cheesy, I hope you still look forward to when it finally gets done. So yeah, that's all for now. I don't know when the next progress report is going to be. Probably a month from now again. Thank you so much for watching. For now, I'm just gonna go do my thing and you guys do your thing. And I will see you guys later. Take it easy and stay cheesy.